Joseph Parker says he'll fight anyone. Greetings and salutations, Renee Box Young. Welcome. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support, tuning into lives, commenting in the comment sections. I really appreciate each and every one of you, definitely from the bottom of my heart. I hope you are well. I hope you are safe in this 2021, man. Thank you so much. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, thank you so much. Renee Box Young is a platform where we discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing. Simple as that, definitely. I want to talk about Joseph Parker, man, what he's saying. He's saying that he'll fight anyone. He's coming out, coming back to fight. He's scheduled to fight Junior Fa, if I'm not mistaken, around February. I don't remember the exact date, but I want to talk about some things here, okay? Let's get right to it. Let's get to the article here. We have it, Boxing News 24/7. Link in the description, right? You already know. And we're going to also check out, we should at least in this video, box.live, link in the description. As you know, boxrec.com, right? Link in the description, yada, yada. Okay, so we have here saying, the article says Joseph Parker eyes Joyce and Chisora, okay? And vows to never pull out of a fight again. Okay, so I kind of want to talk about this, okay? And I want to make this clear, okay? Because these are trends that we're seeing, okay? That's what I want to kind of talk about here in this video. And I mean, utmost respect to Joseph Parker, but these are trends. I've been talking about this recently, trends in the sport of boxing that we see amongst fighters, okay? So what am I talking about? Let's get right to it so I can, detail it. So we have here, Joseph Parker, he's speaking to Mark Gatford via, etc., blah, 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 right? So talking about his up-and-coming fight against Junior Fa, right? It's do or die. So what he wants to do is he wants to, give Matchroom the confidence of him, being signed back in 2019. He wants to really, make a statement. He wants to make a statement in this fight. And so let's go along here. And I covered this, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to make this clear that I covered, okay, when the Chisora versus Parker fight was announced. I don't even remember when it was, man. It was a while ago, but it was announced, and I've commented it. I've talked about this before. The reason why the fight between Parker and Chisora didn't go down because of Parker supposedly getting a spider bite. Okay. Okay, and I've talked about it. I mentioned it several times, in lives and just in videos or what have you on my channel, about, I would, emphasize on what Chisora would say in the face-to-face that they would have, like a little, episode or what have you, where they're sitting in a coffee table and just talking, back and forth, and there's a moderator or whatever, right? And Chisora is saying that he doesn't believe in the hit and not get hit approach in the sport of boxing, and I would talk about that and blah, 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 right? Okay, so right here, so I'm just saying that I've covered this. I've talked about it, about when he pulled out of that fight, okay? So Joseph Parker says here, I need guys like Joe Joyce, Alexander Usyk. I need guys like Dillian Whyte. There's a possibility we can fight Derek Chisora. If I'm not mistaken, he already fought Dillian Whyte, okay? So I think he's referring to a rematch, if I'm not mistaken, all right? I think he lost to Dillian Whyte some time ago, so I guess he's referring to a rematch or something. So he says there's still a possibility we can fight Derek Chisora. He's coming off a loss, but his career has been revived. I disagree with that, man. I mean, do you think that, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, he lost against Usyk. I mean, his career has been revived. How? I mean, whatever. That's just what he's saying. Okay, that's fine. I'll fight anyone. Okay, I'll fly to the UK or the US or wherever when it's safe to do so to get back to the top. And he says Chisora is a live option. I mean, I don't know about that, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, it just kind of sounds like. I mean, I understand it. I definitely understand and respect. Parker wants to get back. He wants to get back and fight. He wants to get back, but Chisora, I don't think that's a live option at all, man. At this point in Chisora's career, how old is Chisora? Way out of his prime. He's lost just many times. I'm not against the fighter losing several times and stuff like that. You already know, but we got to be realistic here, ladies and gentlemen. Chisora, I mean, yeah, whatever, okay. I mean, it's just too late. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Now this is something, he's going to enlighten a little bit more upon why he pulled out of the Chisora fight. So he says here, according to Parker, my health just declined and I was unable to make it that night. But I'd love to put that right against Derek. Now, isn't this interesting? I just try to clarify things. I try to, get the reasoning, the real reasoning of what goes on, and build up a fight, and when fighters, pull out or something along those lines, right? I've said it time and time again, and Parker came out and said in his team that he got a spider bite. Okay, you can do your research and check it out. I mean, I do remember very clearly that it was because of a spider bite he pulled out of that fight. Okay, and he's saying here that he's not referring to any spider bite or anything like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So he's saying that his health just declined. Okay, it just declined now, and he was unable to make it that night. I don't see in this article. Maybe I'm wrong, but I honestly didn't read it all. Okay, but it's not saying anything of a spider bite here. It's just saying now, it looks like Chisora is saying now that his health just declined. His health just declined. He's not referring to any spider bite now. So I don't know, man. I just don't know about this as far as how valid it really is, regarding the reason to why he pulled out of the Chisora fight. I don't know, but whatever, it is what it is, right? He's saying what he's saying. So he'd love to put that right against Derek. I think it's too little, too late, man. He lost against Usyk, and I just. So he says it was okay. So here we go. He's getting enlightening us a little bit more about this. It was the doctor, okay, who said, excuse me, we were not fit and able to fight Chisora. Okay, maybe it was a spider bite, but he's not really saying that. Okay, I was begging him to let me fight. Please, please, please. Okay, so we could not move the date. Chisora found another opponent and it messed up everything for us because we were getting some good momentum. And right then I just made a vow. Nah, I'm never pulling out again. Not even if I have a small injury or something that's bothering me. I'll fight through it because I know I can get through it. So I just, it's weird. It's not really referring to a spider bite. But he is saying that, the doctor told him that he wasn't fit to fight Chisora at that time, which is why he pulled out. And he was, I guess, begging, please, please, please. Right. So he says, my gut tells me it could possibly be Usyk or Joyce. So he's overlooking Junior Fa. I mean, we don't even know if he's going to beat this guy, Junior Fa. Okay, so, I mean, now he's looking over to, he wants to fight Usyk. He wants to fight Joyce. And so let's continue in the article what he's saying here. He's saying that, it's just a matter of him getting the best fights. Right. Okay, so let's get to something else here. I want to show you something, just get a little more in depth. Okay, I want to show you the rankings. All right. When it comes, no, I'm sorry. I want to get to BoxRec. All right. I want to get to his. And this is something I referred to the other day. All right. It's something I referred to the other day. And I want to show you here, and let's see if you can see that. Let me just range it there. Bam, there you go, just so you can check it out, all right? So he's scheduled to fight Junior Fa on February 27th, according to this, as we can see here. Obviously, it's very unpredictable nowadays. That's why I really don't get excited anymore when it comes to fights. That's why I made that video recently that's called Don't Believe the Hype. Fighters can go back and forth. Promoters can talk all day. Promoters can say this and that. Promoters can say, I got a venue already, and then we're just checking out the belts and we're checking out the posters, which is talk right now between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, which I really do hope it happens. I'm not being pessimistic, just being realistic. You know what I'm saying? How many fights have been canceled? How many fights, when it comes to a lot of hype and this and that, especially a lot more now with COVID. Fights have been canceled, even though promoters blab away, fighters blab away. I understand it, to a certain extent, and it's great, but, it's hard to believe things nowadays, man. It says here, scheduled bouts subject to change and commission approval, of course. So we don't even know that fight's going to go down yet. Hopefully it does. It's official, so according to, what it looks like. So whatever. He's going to fight Junior Fa on February 27th, according to this, okay? So, so Parker, why am I going to BoxRec? Because the last time this guy fought, man, was back in February of 2020. Okay, he fought in 2020. This was almost a year. This was like a year ago, ladies and gentlemen. So he fought a year ago. Okay, and before that he fought back in 2020, February 2020 he fought, which is a year ago. Okay, almost a year ago. And then before that he fought back in July 2019 against this guy. Okay, so. You can go on. Yeah, like I was saying, he lost against Dillian Whyte. Obviously, he lost against Anthony Joshua. I mean, he has some names, but, he lost against those names. He beat Andy Ruiz though. I'm gonna give him that. That's nice. But why am I going to this? Why am I going to this? Because I mentioned this the other day. Fighters need to be active. Why? This is my question, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I understand, as far as his health and stuff like that, the doctor's not clearing him to fight Chisora, but that was a long time ago. Why didn't he come back and fight? Did it take that long for him to recover from a spider bite? You see, ladies and gentlemen, I just don't know. I'm just not too convinced I'm not too convinced. I'm not convinced with Parker, man. I mean, that's kind of what I want to say here. That's my approach, and that's my perspective concerning Parker right now. I definitely respect him coming back, and let's see how he performs against Junior Fa. It will be interesting, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's kind of, to a certain extent, too little too late. Just to a certain extent. I'm not saying, his career is over. Of course not. He can come back. I think it's interesting, which is why I'm making this video. But, I just want to give my humble opinion and my perspective concerning Parker. Why did he wait so long? I mean, we'll get back to it right now. I mean, let's just get back to it real quick. Why did he wait so long? That's my question. It was a spider bite according to his team and Parker before the, just Chisora fight date, okay? He pulled out because it was a spider bite according to them. And now, he's saying that it was just, his health, his doctors didn't clear him, but he didn't indicate the spider bite. Maybe it was. I just don't buy that spider bite stuff, man. I don't know why. Just something tells me I just don't buy that spider bite alibi, I guess we can call it. I don't remember any medical reports. I don't remember anything of him publicizing it. Maybe he did. I don't know. But I don't remember that. But that's fine. Like I said, I'm not knocking him off. He just has a couple losses. I mean, I'm sure he can come back. But my question here is, why did he take so long? His last fight, reiterating, was almost a year ago. Why did Joseph Parker wait so long? Did it take that long for him to recover from that spider bite? Ever since, he pulled out of the Chisora fight? I don't know, man. It's just, I understand. People may come out and say, oh, well, the COVID. But look at all these fights that have been going on. Look at all these fights that have been going down since the, quarantine or whatever, was lifted to a certain extent. Fights have been going on, ladies and gentlemen. Fights have been popping. Why has Parker been so quiet? And, I get it. He's going to fight Junior Fa. But it's been a long time, It's been a long time. And what did I say recently about that Pacquiao video I just posted out? Pacquiao got to do something. Parker got to do something. Okay, he's fighting Fa, great. But it's been a while, man. I mean, the boxing community, in my personal opinion, at least with me, all right? Because I'm a real boxing fan, I guess, whatever you want to call it, okay? I love the sport of boxing. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of fighters just, taking so long to fight. It's not flying anymore, ladies and gentlemen. This plane ain't flying. It ain't taking off anymore. As far as, fighters just waiting so long. And you got to go for the gusto fighters. You know what I'm saying? While you're young, while you're in your prime, if I'm not mistaken, Parker's around 29 years old. He's still in it. But he's waiting way too long. He sounds like he's kind of desperate now. Now him all of a sudden saying, yeah, I really want to prove it now. I really want, Usyk, I want Chisora, Joyce, or whatever these names you're throwing out there, Chisora. And he's saying that Chisora is a live name still and that his career is relived or revived or whatever he said. No, it's not. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? It looks like he just wants to come back and just, I don't know, man, kind of desperate. He wants all the top names now, So, if he really wants that, okay, now let me show you something else. If he really wants these top names that he's saying or what have you, the biggest fights, okay, we get to the rankings, link in the description, as you already know. So according to this, according to Box.live, and it was updated in December 11th, 2020, which is quite recent. I stopped using, with all due respect, BoxingScene.com rankings because, some videos ago I explained why. It seems like they're way kind of outdated in that stuff. So I'm just, Box.live looks a lot more accurate and updated. So we have here Joseph Parker's WBO third, okay? And if he really wants to, like if he beats Junior Fa, who's ranked 6 or what have you, right, here in WBO according to this, okay? If he really wants to fight, tougher competition after Junior Fa, why don't he fight, Andy Ruiz? I think that would be a great fight. I mean, there are other names. Why am I saying this and why am I going to the rankings? There are better names than Chisora, ladies and gentlemen. There are better names than Chisora. Why did he even mention Chisora? Whatever, that's his opinion and that's what he wants. Okay, I get it. But Usyk, Joyce, yeah, I think he did mention those names with the article we just read. That's fine. I think that's cool. I think Wilder would smash him. But why not King Kong Ortiz? Okay, I get it. Where is he? Luis Ortiz. He's right here, ranked 4 in WBA. Why not? Why doesn't he fight? Why doesn't he consider or mention King Kong Ortiz? You know what I'm saying? I think King Kong Ortiz still got a couple fights left in him, that will prove to be exciting fights. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just don't, those fights don't cut it. I'm sorry, that fight as far as Chisora, just forget Chisora. I don't know why he's mentioning him, but whatever, I still got hope for Parker. But, one of the things I want to highlight in this video is it's just been quite a long time. Fighters got to stop doing this, man. Fighters got to stop doing this, waiting so long, and then coming out of the blue and saying, oh, yeah, I want all the top names. I want to come back and this and that. It's like, bro, slow down, man. You haven't even been doing anything. And the thing here is that boxing community, they're going to forget you, man. I mean, it's a cold reality. It's a cold, harsh reality. Fighters are going to, fans, the boxing community is going to forget you if you're not active. I don't forget these guys because, I'm in the know. I like to be updated in the sport of boxing. I love the sport of boxing. But most people are like, Parker, what is he doing? What's going on here? You see what I'm saying? It's the reality, and that's how it is. No, I'm not hating. No, I'm not, oh, yeah, you're hating Parker. No, I'm just speaking my personal, humble opinion. That's all I'm saying. And it's facts. You see what I'm saying? I talked about Manny Pacquiao. I'm 100 with everybody. You see what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, I say he got to do something. Just posted a video on that. Keith Thurman, who the heck knows what's going on with this guy? Keith Thurman. Yeah, I understand. Okay, yeah, he's talking about fighting Bud, but he's not doing anything, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Until when are we going to keep going back and forth with this whole thing? It seems like nowadays, and I understand, we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But overemphasizing a certain point concerning a fighter when he just blabs his mouth off so much, when he says so much in the media, but hasn't fought anyone in over a year, it's like, come on, just move on. I understand. Okay, Keith Thurman recently said, oh yeah, 2 million, I'll fight Bud Crawford. I get it. But who has he been fighting recently? No one. I'm not talking about Bud. I'm talking about Keith. You see how I'm 100 with everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not just, saying this about one fighter and not saying it about another. I'm speaking 100 on everyone. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking 100. Big ups to these fighters who are being active. Jerome Ennis, you got fighters out there. I mean, there are a lot of names out there. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of fighters who are active and they're keeping their name in the limelight because they're being active. And just to conclude with that, in that aspect with Keith Thurman, a lot of people talking about him, putting 10 million that he'll fight Bud Crawford for 10 million. But he ain't doing anything, ladies and gentlemen. Who's he fighting in the meantime? No one. Okay, he fought Manny Pacquiao. Great. I mean, we know that. That's long gone, ladies and gentlemen. That's great. Great fight. He put up a great fight. Nothing against Keith Thurman, But ever since, I just haven't bought the hype anymore with Keith Thurman, man. Ever since, he started getting injured and just these 1.5 year layoffs, what the heck is he doing? Coming back to fight Josesito Lopez, great, good victory. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to fight, Manny Pacquiao, awesome. Nothing against that. But since Pacquiao up to now, nothing's happening. You see? Same thing with Parker, man. I mean, I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm being kind of harsh here, but that's how the sport of boxing is. That's the sport of boxing. It's harsh. If you're not active. If you're not, being active and fighting people. Fighting fighters. People are going to forget you. And that's just the cold reality, ladies and gentlemen. It's the cold reality. You see what I'm saying? Same with Parker. It's been a long time. He's coming back to fight Fa, great, but it's been a while, and I don't think it took that long for him to recover. I reiterate, COVID, okay, yeah, I get it, but it's been long enough, for him to recover from a spider bite, ladies and gentlemen. He could have fought like 6 months ago. He could have fought like 5 months ago, and been active a little bit more. But it is what it is. I appreciate him coming back, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how he performs against Junior Fa. And I'm just not convinced with this guy yet. Not yet, Fight Fa. But let's hope, let's hope that when he fights Fa, if he beats him, Okay, we don't even know if he'll beat him. So if he beats him, let's see how long it takes for him to come back and fight again. Probably another 9 months, which is ridiculous in my humble opinion. Okay, probably another year. Hopefully it ain't like that, and I hope I'm wrong. Let's hope that this guy really, starts being active. Beat Fa, come back another 3 months, fight someone else, man. Come back another 4 months, fight someone else. I mean, get active. That's my message generally to these fighters. Yeah, I'm a small platform, whatever, or to the community at least. These fighters got to be more active, and we got to push this, ladies and gentlemen, as a community. Let's push it, and that's what's amazing. I've heard it around there. I've heard it. I've seen it in social media, whatever. People saying, yeah, fights are not arranged on social media. But shouts out to Barbershop Conversations. Shouts out to these platforms that are interviewing promoters, interviewing, coaches. Bill Haney, Devin Haney being interviewed and these other platforms. Gary Russell. Things are actually being negotiated to a certain extent in social media, in these platforms of YouTube. How can it be that, oh yeah, you can or you cannot, you guys don't know nothing. These platforms thinks that, they're gonna make a fight online. Of course you're not gonna make a fight online, but, the wheels start to turn and, things can happen. Things can be ignited. Certain fights can be stimulated in negotiations through these platforms. Why am I saying this? We have a voice. You see what I mean? We have a voice, ladies and gentlemen. We have a voice. I was thinking about going live earlier and talking about all this because I'm going on about this, but it's important. We have a voice. Why am I saying this? Because we have a voice to speak out and say, you know what? These fighters got to be more active. Not all of them. A lot of fighters are active and they're constant, and this is great, but we need more of it. Parker, we need more of it. Thurman, we need more of it. Manny Pacquiao, we need more of it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Pacquiao? You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and on with several fighters out there. Even Tyson Fury. When was the last time he fought? You know what I'm saying? Go fight, bro. Do whatever, go fight. I understand he's under that heat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But some of these guys just got to go out and fight, man. I'm not too convinced with Parker, man. I'm not too convinced. But it is what it is, man. So what do you guys think? Go ahead and comment in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this? Are you convinced with Parker? I'm not. I will be convinced. I will be convinced if he beats Fa in a great fashion, and if he comes back again and fights somebody of notable worth. Not a Chisora though. And why the heck are you going to rematch Dillian White? I don't think that Dillian White is, this whole thing with Povetkin and his rematch there. He's busy with that, according to Hearn at least. It's hard to believe him a lot, but whatever. So Parker, go fight Joyce. That's possible. But then again, there are talks with Usyk and Joyce, whatever. But go fight someone, bro. Andy Ruiz, go fight Luis Ortiz. So, throw him an offer with your promoter. Get something done, after Fa. But not no Chisora and Dillian White, man. That's just in my humble opinion, whatever. But it is what it is. Comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Renee Blocks Young. Like, subscribe, share. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there, fam. Peace.